Hello and welcome to the season finale of Season 5 of The Walking Dead.
Season finale. We are the season finale.
We are
Not the actual
The
last
Walking
episode.
Dead! Watching the season finale! We're gonna start this video. Well, I'm Moxnard, Boss is here, Dexter's here.
Hello, Dexter is here. I am he.
We're going
Exclude the
to
other
start.
two, you'll know that I'm boss.
We're going to start with your comments from the last 2 episodes,
It was a double dipper.
which makes the most sense if you think about it. We should be doing that all the time.
Probably next season we should probably do that
Yeah.
if we continue to do Walking Dead next season.
And also, I want to do.
We're not doing Walking Dead next season.
I want to put up little screenshots of the comments so people can read along.
Oh yeah,
what I'll do.
sing along if you know the words.
It's the little STS thing hopping along like the Mickey Mouse thing, you know?
There's various types of grenades.
Now I have to animate a ball.
Yeah.
God damn it. 10 hours a day. All right, so here are your comments.
Jack Cordial. There's various types of grenades. Most law enforcement officers in a riot control situation that are issued grenades are given flashbang grenades, sting, or OC grenades. The flashbang/stun grenades just make a lot of noise and make a blinding flash of light to disorient the target.
I'm aware of those. Use them regularly.
He makes his own.
They've been used on me regularly.
He wakes up in an alleyway covered with mud.
That's my alarm clock. It's tied with a string to a flashbang, and it just drops it in the middle of the room. Guaranteed to wake you up.
What makes it fall off the...
When it goes, and the hammer hits away at the string, and it drops.
beats it away,
Yes.
thread by thread. Sting grenades fire hard rubber pellets instead of metal shards.
That's cool. That's a new grenade. I never
I never heard
seen
of that
it in a
one.
video game, which is where I get all my military and police knowledge.
OC grenades release tear/OC gas. Okay, so tear grenade. I never heard of the OC part. Like Ocean County or something? Like
Ocean
that
County
terrible
Grenades.
show? Ocean County Grenades.
That's where they originated.
Dropping hipster surfers on everybody.
Or overly cool.
Oh,
That's what I call it.
overly
of
cool
control.
grenades. Everybody's wearing Hawaiian t-shirts after the bomb goes off.
That's your idea of cool?
Overly cool. That's my idea.
even
My idea of
funnier.
overly
Shimmering the
cool.
shoulders.
Yeah, shimmying. Yeah.
Surfer
Okay.
dudes. Man.
Incendiary grenades use thermite. Did he mean or thermate?
I think it's thermite.
Thermate.
He said thermate.
Thermate.
Thermate to burn through vehicles, artillery, etc. Then, yeah, you have fragmentation grenades that couple an explosion with shrapnel. The zombie in the show looked like he was dressed in riot control gear, so it didn't seem to make any sense why he would have a frag. Why he would have, he put a period there. Why you have a frag grenade that would launch a full-grown man through the air?
Now, does that mean that he shouldn't have had a frag
Yeah,
grenade?
he shouldn't have.
He shouldn't have had like an explosive frag grenade like
unless
that.
he was
It would have made more sense to have the tear gas one, the OC one.
Unless he was a survivor and he found the riot gear and he found a frag grenade and they just equipped it.
Yeah, but the idea for the frag grenade, wasn't it that it has shrapnel in it?
Yes.
So my thing, I was saying, like, shouldn't that Aiden guy been, like, cut up to pieces instead of just being blown back into
Cut
a
to
spike?
ribbons.
Yeah, it's silly, the thought of being blown back. I don't think that happens.
All right,
You
next.
just get cut up.
It was like
yeah.
it was like he was really blown.
He gets hey, well,
was
it
blown
was
so
kind of
hard.
weird. 'Cause, like,
Blew him away.
It killed him.
yeah, I don't know.
Boss? What is our next comment?
Timothy Combs.
Oh, hello, Timothy.
Thanks, guys, for embarrassing me multiple times as I listen at work and randomly burst out into laughter to which nobody else heard the punchline. I love your D&D podcast and found that you did The Walking Dead and Game of Thrones and fucking love it. I can't wait for Game of Thrones to start again and hear you guys talk about it.
Thank you.
Sounds like Timothy needs to see a speech therapist.
No.
Man, I haven't heard of these people. Who the heck is Mario Pelliquito?
He's been here the last 2
Mario?
weeks.
Hey, man.
Come on.
By the way,
Oops.
Timothy, I'm glad you love our stuff. You're the best.
Keep listening. There's more to come.
Tell your millions of friends to subscribe.
Millions.
Post it on
Timothy?
Facebook. There's no way that could backfire.
like Timothy Combs, he's got to have millions of friends.
Share us.
And if the boss at work asks, hey, what are you laughing at? Don't lie. Just unplug
Yeah.
your headphones, play it loud.
Yeah.
Loud and proud.
I'm proud.
Stand on your desk and say, There are more people who need to listen.
Yeah.
We will not go quietly into the night. We will live. Today is our Independence Day. All right, you alien assholes.
Hello, boys! I'm back!
Greatest movie of all time?
Greatest character of all time.
Probably both.
Mario Peliquito says, you don't remember him? I did like a Spanish thing. Sound like Guillermo a little
Talk
bit.
Italian.
Oh, I did in the Glen. I just to shoot the window of the revolving doors. He and Noah were out of bullets. Remember
Out
you
of the
said that?
bullets.
Yes.
So that's why they didn't do that.
Oh, they were?
Apparently. The coward asswipe on the other side of the door actually had the bullets, but had dropped his gun like a little bitch. You guys know what came next. Still can't figure it out why Glenn brought him back to Alexandria after what he did. You have Rick on one side saying nothing he can forgive again. And Glenn on the other, he's seen guys bail on his best friend and leave to everyone to die. This screwed them over again, causing Noah to be killed. Then try to force Eugene to drive off without waiting for anybody. What more did he have to do to deserve being left behind by the Terminator right there? You guys are right. I haven't read the comics, but even so, it's becoming clear to me that the writers are so desperate to stretch the story out so far like a pizza and to get the situations acted out like this, which make no sense. Also, you guys continue to be awesome. Keep up with this great discussion.
I thought
Someone
I
handed me a
I
ticket.
understood a word.
It doesn't
said.
matter. Well, I don't speak Italian. So
What I got from
I
it-
like how he typed like along that matched your
Like a
accents
pizza pie.
and the glean.
Also, I just like the part he says, you guys continue to be awesome. Keep up this great
That's the
discussion.
only part of that comment that I understood.
Happy face.
Yeah.
Colon, right parentheses.
Well, good job. Thank you for your
Kind
extensive
words.
comment, Mario.
Yes,
Yes,
Mario.
leave more.
Keep
Does
it
he
up.
prefer Mario or Mario?
Before we go on, I just want to
Tell
make sure.
your extended Italian family about us.
That guy is a coward asswipe.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know why Glenn, I would have just killed. If I was Glenn, I would have just killed Aaron.
Right on the spot,
Even
right?
as we're
I
gonna
thought
tell-
Eugene was actually going to kill him.
Yeah.
I thought Eugene was going to grow up a little bit.
I honestly, I'd be a little quick to kill people in the apocalypse. Gotta
Don't
say.
worry, we know.
We know.
That's why I'm staying far away from you.
It doesn't even have to be the apocalypse.
If I thought
be at a
that
Denny's.
some guy would get
Or-
me
or just he
killed,
thinks
I'd
the
be like,
apocalypse.
all right, I'm just not going to deal with this. I've seen Walking Dead. I know they take their time.
You know,
getting
Walking
rid
Dead
of
isn't a
people.
documentary, right?
Well, you know, Donnie Barnes. I'll do this one.
Boring.
And then when we had that comment, I texted
yeah.
you. I was like, is he referring to us or to the episode? The episode, right?
Maybe
I
both.
choose to believe
Maybe both.
the episode.
Right. It has to be the episode.
Could go either way, to be honest.
That'd be ridiculous.
Maybe he was doing something else before he was listening, and that was boring.
Oh, and he just like typed out loud,
Yeah,
and he had to press submit.
yeah.
I understand. That
Yeah.
happens to me.
It's like an OCD thing. Anytime he types something, he just has to.
You should look at my other YouTube personal account. That's all my comments. It's like, oh, this pastrami and rye giving me gas under like the latest cat video. It's weird.
Fart. Just writing that. Or
writing
you
my
know,
thoughts.
you're not the guy like you'll be watching like a video of Conan, and then for some reason discussions about religion and racism in the country erupt in the discussion section. I never understood that. I'm like, you just watched a clip of Conan talking to a stuffed animal, a WikiLeaks bear or whatever.
Oh yeah. Well, it's YouTube.
But then
comments.
it's bizarre. Every so many videos have. I'm surprised ours haven't gotten that.
It will if we. I'm talking when we reach a threshold around 1,000
Yeah.
something.
That's when the trolls come out.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
right.
yeah? I don't care. Give us some
I'm gonna
trolls.
troll our own videos. I'm just gonna say racist shit.
The Inventor. I hate this season's writing and directing. It has made competent stars into terrible actors and badass heroes into insane buffoons. That to me perfectly sums up this season. Assuming that we haven't found out what the W means in the final episode, I can't help but think it's the work of some sales exec survivor called Wendell, who is just laying down a foundation for his own grand entrance into Alexander. Whoa. Things are getting spicy.
Just another.
Hey,
town.
Alexander, spread 'em. It's Wendell time.
The brother city of Alexandria.
He'll then arrive at the gates dancing and playing a flute, throwing complimentary pen sets and coasters to everyone, all embossed with his W logo. Sasha shoots him before he can speak. In the back of the head, of course, because that's her trademark.
That's her MO.
Apparently, yeah.
She did that one time.
Right.
Trademark
So
move.
that's her thing now. We're supposed to know that as we watch the show.
All right, now keep in mind those are comments for the last week's episode. Tonight we're going to be talking about the finale.
All right.
So hopefully you suffered through that and didn't think we were reading comments about tonight.
Yeah.
Please listen.
All right. Okay, tonight's episode was called Conquer.
Conquer!
Season 5, episode 16.
Who knows why?
Yeah. There was definitely no conquering done. There was more contemplating.
How did
done
you
than
feel?
anything
How
else.
did you feel about the episode
Yeah,
for a
Dexter,
finale?
what did you think?
For a finale, I didn't think it was a good finale episode. I thought it would have made a good normal episode
Like
of the
before
of the series.
finale, or
yeah,
a couple episodes
or
before
like
it.
yeah, or I mean,
think so, too.
every episode should be more interesting, like how this one was. There were too many episodes that were just dragged out, emo-tastic horse shit that was like I could barely watch it, and it just made me think I don't know if I can watch this show anymore.
You know what I noticed about Better Call Saul? 10 episodes. They're doing like the Game of Thrones
Yeah.
thing because there's only 2 episodes left of that.
Yeah.
I hope if they're smart, and maybe it's too late, but they should just make the show a 10-episode thing.
I don't know what this season.
Wouldn't you think that would solve everything?
Long.
How many episodes are there?
There's a 16. There's a 16th one.
And this was like a 2-hour finale.
Yeah. An hour and a half.
Oh, an hour and a half? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it was fucking ridiculous. Like, they definitely... That's a big problem for this show. Also, they're dragging up because I seriously believed from the beginning of this season that they were going to get to this this new villain. And they're not even close to him yet. And there's been all this foreshadowing with another one of the characters that has to do specifically with this new villain that would eventually appear in this series, in this season. And I was like, what the fuck was the point of all that? Because we're still way far away from when that guy's going to come. I really thought we were going to get to like this huge new development, and at least by the season finale. Okay. And we didn't get. It's fucked up. They're
Remember one of
dragging
the
this
comments
shit out.
a few weeks ago? One guy said they're going to be in Alexandria till like season 7 or something.
Probably.
Can you see that happening? Knowing
I could see them really not getting anywhere. Like the show not going very far.
Okay, but
or
for
taking forever to get
so
there.
for you, it's a good episode.
I mean, I liked the episode.
I liked it too.
Overall, I liked it. I mean, I'm just glad the season's over, to be honest.
It's been a struggle,
Yeah.
a little
Yeah,
bit.
sure, yeah.
What was the mid-season finale?
Beth
cliff.
dying.
That was Beth dying. That was a cliffhanger,
That was the mid-season
We were supposed
finale,
to care
right?
about that.
Wasn't it?
or was that into the second half of the season? I forget.
No, I think
What was
that
the finale for
mid-season
last
finale.
season?
They
Terminus.
were locked. Yeah, they were locked in Terminus.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
right. Then, so there was like action at the end of that season, finally, and then
Then we had
action
that
in
whole-
the first episode. Then a lot of dragging.
The
and
whole
then
hospital thing going on.
The hospital thing is when this season started to get like,
Those dragged out parts.
yeah, and it like they took forever to get anything done, and then I don't even
It was
understand
so
what the point of it
pointless.
was.
It was so pointless.
Beth, I think we talked about this before. Beth, the whole thing with the hospital was like Beth getting
dumb.
Noah out. That's why she died.
And then he just
and then they
dies.
just kill him.
What was that for? If you think about it, like what
To
the
lead them
hell?
towards Noah's hometown so that
What's
they can
the
be close to
What
Alexandria.
was the point of that?
Here's the thing.
We could have just started going.
I'm
to
only asking this because
Alexandria.
this is like the finale, so I'm almost want to do like a little recap of everything that's happened.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to remember.
Because it
A lot of
feels
parts.
like it's been a year of this. It's been months. I
Yeah.
mean,
nothing's happened. That's why it's hard to remember.
Tyrese died. That's one of the more memorable.
that
things.
was such a boring episode. Again, there's been so many boring episodes. I feel like at the end of it, I'm just like, wow, finally, it's over. Like, normally, I used to be like, all right, Walking Dead, I'd watch it that night. Sometimes I don't, one of the problems I had was actually, like, forcing myself to watch these episodes.
Right. Boss, how did you feel overall about the finale?
It was good episode, but
Bad finale.
like Dexter said, I wasn't even right.
Like you said, fart.
I made my prediction last week that the wolf people would get to Alexandria. Like, I thought that just for like 5 seconds to them at the end was going to be a letdown. This is even worse. Because
They start off with
now it
wolves.
seems like, well, we know, okay, the wolves know that they're there, but the wolves are 50 miles away.
I don't even
so
think...
we think maybe they'll be halfway through next season, they'll get there?
If you notice, boss,
If they even get there?
at the end of the episode...
He's looking at the photographs.
He's looking at the photographs. So, like, as if he just discovered
Right.
that Alexandria
Yeah, they don't
exists.
even know
They're
it
not
is
aware.
So
there.
they have been in the area
Yeah.
of this city
They don't even know it's there.
without even going
within the 50-mile radius. But
for this entire time.
and you have to think, like, just by looking at those pictures.
I mean, a road
I mean, that
leads
doesn't
to
tell you.
it.
That
Like,
doesn't mean he knows where
if we
to go.
head east, we'll find this place.
Yeah.
They have to, I guess, look at the pictures for clues.
He just licks. He starts licking the pictures, and he's like,
food.
Alexandria.
But yeah,
Got it. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it's gonna take time for them to get there. So, and yeah, I feel I like the episode.
do you like Morgan's kind of blind man
Yes.
stick fighting?
Okay, yeah,
He
so-
suddenly
I did
stopped
like
looking
it.
at people.
Well, he's using his peripherals to see both
that's
sides.
yeah, exactly. That was hilarious.
I don't know where he learned his bow staff ninja skills. That's
Well,
what
he's
I was
very
talking
zen.
about.
He was alone for a long time. I think
Yes.
he spent a lot of time just in his room whipping a broom around.
Really?
I don't
Watching,
know.
like,
He was like the Star
Kung
Wars
Fu?
kid.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
He set up a camera, and it actually paid off.
he's like, finally, no one's around to judge me. I can cut loose.
Well, the opening shot is him in the car, and he's happy to have survived again, and he has like a lucky rabbit's foot hanging there, and then he's having the coffee, and then out of nowhere, this is funny because while me and Boss were watching it here, and I looked away to look at my phone when I came back, there was just a guy sitting in front with a gun, so I just missed the part where the guy walks in. So this guy, he just walks in slowly and sits down, which I thought was
good.
kind of cool because
Yeah.
like, huh, does he know this guy? What's going on?
My heart
No, yeah,
started
it
to
was
pound.
creepy.
I
Yeah,
got
it was
really
cool. It was
nervous.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
And he turns into Donatello.
You can have all like they. You know, I understand that they want like dramatic, drawn out shots of things. And like long pauses, and like a lot of like the tension comes from like you're in the woods and it's so quiet, but
Right.
you know danger is out there somewhere. You know what I mean? And it could just strike at any moment. And
One thing,
finally, when this in this episode in the beginning, when that guy comes out of nowhere, you felt that kind of tension
Yeah.
again. Even before the guy appeared, I felt nervous.
Yeah.
But so many of the episodes, it just didn't work, and it was boring.
The only thing I didn't like about this episode is that it should have happened 3 episodes ago, I feel like.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that's the only thing I didn't like about it. Like,
Yeah.
what the
Do you
fuck is
remember
taking
in
so long?
Red Letter Media, he asked, in comparison to the new Star Wars and the old Star Wars, he's asking them, without explaining the profession, what they look like, and some other thing, can you explain this character? And he would say, like, Han Solo, he's a scoundrel, he has this kind of personality. And then they would ask the person, I almost want to do that between Walking Dead and Better Call Saul. Like, without explaining their occupation or what they look like. Because I'm watching some of these actors, to me it seems like they're all acting exactly the same.
Yeah.
Like, they have no personalities. Like, with Sasha and Michonne and Carl and Rick are talk, like, they all just kind of talk in this dramatic way with the same kind of physical move. Like, the
Yeah.
acting coach is telling them all kind of do the same thing when they're walking around. And, like, when I'm watching, I'm like, the personality isn't there.
You know what? Everything kind of got
Muddled. It's like muddled.
Yeah, everything there. It started off that way, where people had specific personalities,
Yeah.
and you knew like Shane was like more the loose cannon one, and then you had Andrea, who was like the frustrated, I can do more than I'm doing, and she kept on like stubborn, like fighting people, and then Carol was like a different person. Glenn had that specific occupation where like he can go and get whatever we need. He's quick and he knows the streets and all this kind of stuff. And you had, you could tell like, oh, this guy's going to be like uptight about this. This guy's going to be all like, let's go for it and all this kind of shit. Now everybody's kind of just crazy or depressed.
And it seems like that's what's making these episodes just blend together. And I can't
Yeah.
remember because it just seems like everyone's just kind of like this robotic thing doing this thing.
They talk about the same fucking things every episode. Move on. You have to move on to the next thing. You can't have an entire season of Sasha dealing with the same thing for the whole season. There's like no resolution for this character. It never ends.
Yeah.
It's just boring.
I also had a question about the opening. When he puts after he beats the two wolves up,
Yeah.
and he finds out the gun wasn't even loaded and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He puts them in the car, and then he honks the horn.
Yeah.
To,
Now,
like, feed them to the zombies, I thought.
well, because
Well, they
he
would've
says
been
before
trapped.
that he says all life is precious.
when he finds Daryl.
Doesn't make any sense, does it?
Yeah, but is he honking the horn so that their friends come and help them, or that?
I thought it was for the zombies.
But he says all life is like precious,
Later
and that's
on.
why at
It
the very
doesn't
end of the
make any
episode,
sense, does it?
when he sees
I
Rick
don't-
shoot the guy in cold blood, he's kind of like,
I
Rick?
don't think he would do that.
Also, that's like the
he-
same. He's if he's trying to lure the zombies, he's creating the same trap that the other guys get caught
Exactly. It doesn't make any sense. I don't think it makes sense. You're trying to make sense of it.
Well, they don't show zombies. Those two guys come back. They survived.
in. Yeah,
that.
they're the ones that are there.
Why
at
are
the
we
end.
supposed to think there's other wolves around there when Morgan's there? Why would he think that?
I don't know.
Neither. I don't know either.
But all I know, and then later when Daryl and Aaron, they're trapped in the car, they fall for that trap. One thing that I found weird is like, didn't you see the hanging cans?
Yeah.
That's one thing. The first thing I noticed. None of them even.
No, they didn't notice the hanging cans.
If I saw
There were
hanging,
two
because the whole
spots
point of hanging cans is so like
I didn't see that.
that means there are people inside, and you put up things that will make noise.
Yeah.
So if a zombie walks through, you're like, oh, okay, the noise comes from
Yeah.
over there. They're coming
Oh,
zombies.
yeah.
I
thought,
like their
yeah,
trap. Their trap was pretty cool.
The trap was awesome.
I
yeah.
That was good. I was pretty surprised. I wasn't expecting. I actually thought the red jumper guy was gonna like pop out at them.
Yeah.
And like try to attack them because he had discovered that they were tracking him, and that because also Daryl gave like a weird look to one of the trucks before he opened it.
Well, it had like a red paint. Or
Yeah,
something
and I thought maybe this guy like really loves red, and like he was gonna open it, and the guy was gonna like out of nowhere, the red whatever windbreaker guy was gonna attack Aaron. Like when Daryl's back was turned, I was expecting him. So when I was surprised when all the zombies came out of the trucks.
I thought it was pretty ridiculous that he's wearing a red windbreaker.
What did he
Like-
rub on himself that Daryl
Mud?
was like?
Mud for the bugs.
for mosquitoes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
he had like survival knowledge.
I was saying,
or
if
some kind
I-
of plant.
So I'm
why
walking
was he
around.
wearing
I'm
red?
in like full body camo. You know, I would. This is another thing I would do. It's pretty sick. This is what I would do.
Cover yourself.
You
in
ready
your
for
own
this?
poop.
You know how they put the zombies on them to mask their scent?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I would make zombie leather, and I'd make like a big coat out
How
of
would
it.
you make the leather? Do you have the chemicals?
Same way you make another.
You
I don't
skin
know,
the
you dry
zombie
it out,
skin,
sew it
You
together.
dry it in the sun.
Yeah.
Isn't it other chemicals put
I think
in
I
a
think it
tannery
would-
that are used?
because it wouldn't melt or it wouldn't just droop off like it did in the other episodes. It would be dried and it would be
Zombie hot.
mask your
But would
smell.
that-
I think.
No, but it's
No?
because it's organic.
It's still
flesh. You
rotten.
have to treat it so that it doesn't just rot
Nah,
away.
You just dry it out.
Yeah. You
Aren't
gotta
they
dry it
already
out.
Seen
drying
how
out?
American Indians, they
No,
just
they're pretty
stretch the
goopy and
hide
drooly
and they
and-
scrape it.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Yeah, the Native Americans, they would hang
They
up the skin
stretch
and
it,
then
scrape it,
and they put it in
and
the
it
sun
dries.
so it dries.
So as long as it's not, as
What
long
did
as
Dahmer
the skin
do?
is separate.
Jeffrey Dahmer?
He
How did
ate it. He ate it.
The guy
Yeah.
who made lampshades out of his victims? Jesus Christ.
What a mad
I
genius.
think
He would
it
survive.
It might work.
It'd be a smorgasbord.
You could
for
have
him.
permanent
God.
camo from zombies.
Yeah, but once you dry it out,
Perma-camo.
wouldn't it not work anymore?
I don't know. I think it would still smell.
Okay.
No,
Or
I don't
maybe
know
you
about
had-
smell. It's dried
or
out.
maybe-
The whole point it
maybe-
smells is because it's rotting.
Maybe you had zippers. Zippered pockets.
Now
And-
you're being
no, this
ridiculous.
This isn't like this isn't a zombie coat. This is just a normal coat with lots of zippered
zombie fur
pockets.
coat.
You put inside the guts, new guts every time, just to replace the smell.
Seems like a lot of maintenance.
That was
Well,
Boss's
it's
survival
good. It's
tips.
camo
New guts?
from the zombies.
New guts every time.
That's half the battle if the zombies don't see you.
Got rechargeable guts.
Got to worry about the people. But yeah, red.
The trap goes off. They run off to this car. Morgan shows up,
Saves the day.
saves them. Aaron leaves behind his pack, which later on in the episode...
Which I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, I didn't notice it until at the end when they showed it. And I was like,
Yeah.
how'd they get that? I was like, oh, I guess he dropped it. Immediately, Aaron's like, oh, you got to come with us to Alexandria. He's about to do a speech, and Morgan's like, oh, no, I'm heading to another place.
Can you tell me where I am, though? I'm a little lost.
Yeah.
And he hands the map, and Daryl sees the note
And that's the
from
map
Rick.
that Abraham left at the
Yeah.
church for Rick. And it says, like,
Right.
on it says we need Rick Grimes.
The new world's gonna
Oh, is that?
need
Oh,
Rick
yeah,
Grimes.
yeah.
And so that's what Daryl's like, oh, okay.
Oh, hello. And then, so they bring him back, and then they make an appearance at the very end of the
Oh,
episode.
life is
So we'll get to that.
precious, Daryl.
So I'm saying life is precious. Now
Yeah, I
Rick's
don't know. It didn't make any
shooting
sense.
drunks and
And he's covered in blood
Life
Yeah.
is precious. Rick?
and lacerations.
All right. Gabriel goes out for a walk.
Oh, the Gabriel nonsense going on there.
I was just when I saw that scene
so
at the end of it, I was just like,
ridiculous.
oh.
Now he's going out for a walk either to commit suicide or to test God
I don't know.
or forgot to test him against a zombie.
What is he about?
I don't know. He's confusing the hell out of me because
he's
I don't know
extremely
what
depressed.
he believes.
He was a
because
priest. He took it
lies.
off, and then he was a priest again. Now it's off.
He's
Now he's just wearing a T-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's extremely conflicted. That I got.
Yes. Yes.
And he's depressed.
That is clear. That is clear.
He comes across a zombie eating some corpse. The zombie's wearing a noose. He pulls the noose and takes the zombie's head off,
He took forever to do it.
which put no blood on his perfectly white shirt.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Which I found weird.
This is a show that has resorted to blood splattering on the camera lens many times when during death, but he violently kills this thing pristine white shirt.
Yeah, not a drop. Not a drop.
And he took a long fucking time to kill that zombie. I think did they cut away to another scene and then cut back and he's still pulling on it?
No. He pulls it and then he runs up to the other zombie, puts a knife in its head, and then he just collapses there crying.
It was a rock.
A rock.
He splatters it with a rock, which is even more reason that he should have some splatter on his shirt.
So I don't know if he's.
Then he drops and starts in a fetal position, sobbing.
I don't know if he's trying to commit suicide or if he's just trying to put himself in situations where he could die, but he's not.
Well, that was, I think, wasn't that
let
the
that
first
happen?
time that he killed anything?
No, he has.
He did?
Yeah.
He must have.
He's killed another zombie. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, okay. I mean, not. I mean, directly. I mean, I know he got all those people killed because he refused to open the door. And how he. I don't know how he suddenly forgot that.
He was in the woods another time.
when you first meet
They were
him.
getting like supplies. Remember,
with a
in the
rock, he
flooded
killed one.
basement.
Oh,
Didn't he kill something
yeah.
there?
He was in the woods by
You're
himself,
right,
I
you're
know.
right.
Because he tried to run away.
Well, that's where they found him. He was
And
up
then
on a rock.
No, he was in the woods trying
symbolism of
to.
the
He
rock.
left through the church and like the side, like underneath it. He had a
Right.
hatch and he left. And
Yeah.
he went in the woods. He's trying to leave, and the zombie attacked him. He killed it and he ran, I think.
Oh, okay.
And he drew him to the
Right.
church.
So he ties in with Sasha's story.
Yeah.
I guess.
I found this interesting when she lies in the pile of zombies. It's
Maybe
basically-
she was one step closer to realizing Oxnard's fantasy of
Oh,
human-zombie
yeah.
sexual interaction.
Yeah. That's why he found it interesting. He's like, turn over.
It's like, I found this interesting. The disappointing part was that she was clothed while she was with the zombies,
Yeah.
and they were also clothed.
Yeah.
and none of them were writhing up against each other.
No, not a single person had a boner.
No insertions.
So clearly she's depressed. She doesn't know what the hell to
Well,
do.
we know she's been fucking, PTSD
So,
the whole time.
another important detail. Gabriel comes back from the walk, and then I think the guy's name is Spencer's there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that was his name. And he's like, "Oh, you're back? Hey, mind closing the gate?" And
Right.
the guy just leaves to go to this meeting, and Gabriel just kind of
pushes it.
half-assedly just closes
Yeah.
it and walks
Yeah.
back.
It doesn't shut.
And
so was that whole Gabriel scene just so he can end it by not shutting the gate? Is that what we're supposed
No,
to
I
think?
just honestly think he was
It's
so
just-
absorbed in his own bullshit.
Leaving the gate open opens up the chance
Yeah.
for Rick to make his point at the end.
Yeah.
Showing that they're
Yeah.
not safe. He goes back to the church. Sasha's there. Sasha's saying, like, I need your help, Father. I don't know what to do. I feel like I want to die. He's like, you should.
Yeah.
She's like,
Great.
oh,
You
is
don't
he-
deserve this place.
She's like, oh, is he using reverse psychology on me? No, she says that. She's like...
Does she say that?
No, she says, I know what you're doing. Implying, like, you're trying to say, like, oh, yeah, you should die.
Oh, you know,
Oh.
I didn't even
Really?
That's what I
get
got
that.
from it.
I didn't get that either.
I thought she was like, I know what you're doing, meaning she knows that he's trying to
No,
turn the
because-
town against them.
No,
I don't know why,
she
because
says,
that's
I know
what
what
my
you're doing.
mind
But then
went.
immediately what he does, he starts talking bad about Bob. So
Ah.
then she realizes, oh, no, this guy's just being a fucking prick.
Yeah, yeah,
And so she
yeah.
gets super angry and, you know, throws him to the ground and about to shoot him.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
hold on.
Maggie comes in.
Maggie
and
does
then
come in.
they
Maggie's
pray.
in an episode doing something.
If you notice Maggie in the Maggie scene when they're at that town meeting or whatever, she
Well, before that,
the way she talks was bizarre to me. Like she talks like this, and then she says it like this, and then the
Well,
next
that's what I'm-
sentence is like this.
That's what I'm saying. A
It's
lot
like the
of them talk
same
like
amount
that.
of syllables. Pause. Same amount. Pause. It was so weird and unnatural to me. Anyway.
I want to save the Rick stuff for last because then
Yeah.
Glenn.
Oh,
Speaking of
yeah.
Maggie, she goes up to Glenn and Glenn's like, "I love you." She doesn't reciprocate, which I found a little weird.
She's like, yeah, I know. It's getting boring. The audience doesn't care anymore.
This little edit confused me. After she leaves, Glenn looks to the right because yeah, Aaron.
Donkey Kong escaping with
Yeah,
the
before
princess.
before that scene, Aaron's like looking at him like, what the? And so
Yeah, yeah.
After Maggie walks away, because she's wearing this jacket.
Right.
When they showed Aaron, I don't think he had this weird jacket on. It looked like he was just wearing a shirt. But then when they cut to some person climbing over the fence, it looks like he was wearing a jacket. So I was like, is that Maggie climbing over the... like, I got confused.
What?
But the thing is, I probably
All
completely...
right, I'll see you later.
But turns out it's Aaron.
No, Aaron. It's not
Leaving-
Aaron. Aaron is the guy that's with Daryl. This guy's name.
Why
is
does he have to
something-
climb the gate? Can't he just go out the front door like the priest
No, because
did?
he's sneaking out.
But why
Yeah,
does he
I
have
know.
to sneak out?
I know, he's trying to lead Glenn
People
away.
just let you out. Oh, he's trying to lead him away. Okay.
He doesn't want to make
Maybe,
it. There's a
yeah.
guy at the gate.
I guess. But no, anybody could just go on a walk if they want. Priest did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
with
but
no
I don't think
weapon.
I don't think he wants to draw any attention. He just wants to get Glenn out
Why
there.
not? Okay, that
Yeah,
makes sense, I guess.
Glenn sees it, follows him, and then
Woodland
he's-
fight.
Gets shot out of nowhere.
Yeah,
Which
right,
made me
like
go,
on the top of the shoulder.
I smirked a little bit because he just looked funny to me. I don't know.
It was like, if you look at it, it looked like the tiniest bit of shirt blew off, like
Yeah,
on
like-
the very top.
That guy's not a good shot.
No, he's horrible. And then Glenn kind of like disappears.
Yeah, guy runs over, looks down, Glenn's gone.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that because I didn't think they looked at the ground. I thought it was just the guy confused.
Oh, they definitely did.
Yeah.
Well, we'll
Uh-oh.
see.
Old
Feds.
lady. Yeah, and then he can't find him. They're searching in the woods. Then then a walker appears, and the guy is like wussing out on getting close with the knife. So he stupidly shoots him in the head, and then that's when Glenn strikes. And then they kind of roll around, and then
More zombies are coming. Some weird zombie who puts her arm like upside down.
yeah. And then the guy gets away, and like Glenn is there, and like 3 zombies are on him. And then they cut away,
Right.
and then you think,
Like,
"Oh,
ooh, what
well,
happened to
that's that for
Glenn?"
Glenn."
Yeah,
Goodbye.
I'm sure Glenn's dead. Yeah.
And then right, because they wouldn't show they're just going to allude to a major
You know, maybe he is wearing
character.
a shirt there. Never mind.
I saw on, I think I saw on like Facebook stupid like articles or even on Yahoo about stupid articles saying that Glenn would die in this episode or something like that. I don't know what started that rumor, but
I have no idea. I don't know. I honestly was like, I don't know if anyone's going to die in this episode.
I wish more people did.
I wish more important
You
people
gotta
died.
simplify it.
Reg.
They're killing off like non-important characters, mostly
Yeah.
black.
oh God.
Unfortunately, in this show. But anyway, then Glenn escapes what seemed to be certain death. And
Well, it all culminates with he has the gun right to the guy's head.
yeah, he starts
doesn't
beating
kill
him up, and then he's like, all right, he was gonna kill him,
I would have shot him, for
but
the
he's
record.
like, no, and starts bringing him back to town.
Would have shot him
I would've shot him.
immediately.
Yeah.
Do not understand.
I
that.
actually
Yeah.
was like, I was like, I want him to shoot him, but he should bring him to town and say, like, this fucker,
No.
force him
Yeah,
to
but they
to
don't
come
trust
clean.
that group.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. Yeah,
Another
he probably
stupid-
should have just killed him because it would be like a damned if you do, damned if you don't sort of thing.
The other thing I found a little dumb is Maggie finds Sasha with the gun, and they do it, and then they cut later on. They're all 3 holding hands praying.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even know. Remember
That's
that.
why I said it and they pray. I wasn't kidding.
Really?
Yes.
You don't remember that?
I don't remember
You were
that at
here
all.
watching it.
I know.
He's definitely zoned out. He was like asleep with his
He
eyes
is looking
open.
at me when we watch TV.
Just like you look over and Boss is like wide. His eyes are wide open. You're like, wow, he's really enjoying the episode. And he's here.
What's going on?
At least there's a lot of Daryl. I like Daryl.
Yeah,
I was curious how they were
I like
gonna...
his chain kill, triple.
Oh, that was
headshot
awesome.
chain
The
kill.
Whoa.
triple chain kill.
Yeah.
That was
I thought
really
did he
good.
have like a knife tied to the end of the chain?
No,
that he
it was just
whipping?
a
'Cause
chain.
They cleanly came off the top of their heads.
Man, chain's heavy.
I'm sure Alaskans were fist pumping as their license plate was
Yeah.
used to
oh
kill
yeah,
a zombie.
right.
It's finally something on TV with Alaskans that doesn't involve lumberjacks or gold diggers.
Is he just
Or
collecting them?
trucking on ice roads, or king
or
crab
fucking fishing. Yeah,
king
Jesus.
crabs.
I was curious how they were
or
going to
surviving up north above the
That's
Arctic
all that
line.
there is about Alaska.
I was curious how they're going to escape the car because that's what they're about to do. I was like,
They were just gonna like force
Hell,
their way out the door.
but
Well,
they were just
That's why Daryl was
surrounded.
gonna sacrifice himself. He like knew this is it. I'm gonna die. He's like, let me have my last smoke here. And he like, I like how he smokes a cigarette. He has to lift up his entire arm and then wrap his hand around the other side of this
Well, it looked
cigarette.
like- that was like
I was like, who smokes like this?
it looked like a cigarette like he had found probably because it looked like it was half
Yeah, it
smoked.
looked like a zombie a person had become a zombie while smoking a cigarette, and then it just stayed in their mouth, and then he found it. He's like, "Oh, I'll do it. Just let me finish my smoke first."
You really think there's actually good food in this
it's a
factory?
cannery.
It's Hey, when you're out there living like this, I'm sure a lot of things seem good to you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When you don't have many options, I would have killed for a can of
Beans.
Del Monte
Give it up, beans.
peas.
Like in Like
from
in
10 years
DayZ,
ago.
that's what you do. You murder people over beans.
Oh, and one little funny part I liked was
I believe it.
Abraham goes to visit Tara, and Eugene's asleep there.
Oh,
And then,
yeah.
what's her name? Drops the plate.
Yes.
Rosita, yeah.
That was
So
hilarious.
you see Eugene like sleeping, cut away, and he comes back. He's looking right at him.
That was hilarious.
That was hilarious.
That was funny.
Yeah, and then basically they patch things up.
Yeah.
Eugene's like, it's okay. Like, basically, I deserved it.
Actually,
and you got us here, but my actions did help.
Right.
But it's all like water under the bridge kind of thing.
And he
Let's
has a
move
point
on.
because remember the Abraham
Absolutely.
flashback. He was basically about to like end it all.
Yeah,
to be
Eugene saved his
honest-
life.
So Eugene runs up.
To be honest, out of so many characters, I actually like him more than a lot of other
Eugene,
characters
to me-
now. Yeah, he has a personality.
Yeah. At first when you see him,
Right.
you think no personality.
Right.
Now I'm thinking
Yeah.
this guy has the most personality out of
His
all
no
of them.
personality is his personality.
I feel like they're wasting a lot of opportunities to display and like utilize Abraham's personality in like good ways. You know what I mean?
They're trying to show him as like the leader and stuff
Yeah, but like,
that,
but every time, like, I feel in the comics, I feel like he was much more of like, he was like a much more loud,
boisterous.
kind of personality. Like he was the leader, but you'd see him, and every other word was like a curse word coming out, and he was like a real character. You know what I mean? And here it's just like, I'm a large man, I need to drink beer, and then he just says
Tomorrow's
at the
another
meeting,
day.
he's like, I shit you not. He is shitted at shit.
Shit.
And it's just like, I don't know, it's just lame. Comes off as lame now.
Yeah. All right. Now we get to the Rick stuff. Rick wakes up. It's all bandaged up.
Slow conversation.
Michonne's there. Has been there all night. Carol, Abraham, I think two other people show up. Glenn shows up. And Carol basically lies.
Yeah.
Like,
Why'd you take the
Glenn
gun?
didn't show up. He was.
Yeah, Glenn was in there.
Oh, in that meeting.
This is in the beginning of the
Yeah,
episode.
in the
yeah.
beginning. Yeah. Yeah, Carol's like, why'd you take the gun, Rick? What was the, like she acts like she had nothing to do with it and doesn't mention the other guns.
Exactly. Later on, Carol goes off to see Rick again, privately, to give him the gun back. And then later on, you have a scene where Michonne comes to see Rick, and he just says, here's the gun, I want you to have it. And then Michonne just goes, look, I'm on your side.
Right.
She was basically upset, like, how come I wasn't involved in this little secret meeting you were having, getting these guns and stuff?
She says like, "Oh, I hit you for you. That was
Yeah, to protect you.
to protect you, not because I didn't like what you were doing." Oh, and in between that, Carol goes
to see Pete.
is that his name? Pete.
Pete, yeah.
Yeah.
Pete the drunk, who's...
This is not my house. This is not my house.
She's like, try it.
Yeah,
Which I thought it was a cool scene.
Yeah.
was okay,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, and she's got the knife under his
She has
chin.
this really cool knife.
She's so
that has
tiny compared to him.
Right.
Yeah, and he puts
She's
it
all
up to his chin.
sinister.
Oh yeah, it's like the brass knuckles or whatever on the knife handle.
Yeah, and I think it's like you can close it and make it brass knuckles. And
Oh,
then
yeah?
you could flip it open, and then it's also a knife.
That's cool.
And then he throws down the casserole. And this is
Yeah,
not
she
my
threatens
house.
him and is like, "I could kill you right now, and no one would, and it would be fine."
Yeah, I could just say you attacked me.
I'd
They
totally
know.
get away with it.
Yeah.
Who's gonna, you know what I mean? So anyway, I just wanted to bring that up in between. That happens in between what we were just talking about with Rick. So
Yeah.
we'll continue now.
Oh, so basically after Michonne leaves the room, Rick just kind of looks outside and notices something. And then they cut to him running to the gate, and they see, like, the gate's wide open. There's blood there, meaning, like, a zombie has walked in.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, this meeting Deanna and Reg, they want to do,
Yeah.
my impression was, like, they're not going to start this meeting unless Rick is there, because isn't the whole meeting about Rick?
Yeah, well, they did wait. So
Yeah, but I don't
basically,
understand. Why
Rick
isn't
was,
someone-
Rick was on his way. Rick had also, before that even, Rick was, like, walking around town a little bit, and you see, like, Tobin and some of them are like, oh, hey, Rick.
I thought he was like on
Like-
house arrest or something.
That's
They
what I
would-
thought,
they
but
would
then he
follow
leaves,
him.
and right. I thought they were, like, guarding
They
the
weren't.
door.
They were just hanging out with
No.
guns inside his house.
Tobin, the most
don't follow
useless
him.
man in the
Yeah,
entire
I would've had at
camp.
least-
What the hell was that?
One guy, not even to guard him, just go, okay, Rick, by the way, you know that meeting that's centered around you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of going to start.
It's
so-
going to start around.
yeah.
It's going to start at 6 o'clock sharp.
I mean, come on.
Yeah,
But
I
then-
don't understand
and
at
then
all.
they say though, don't be late or something to him. They
But-
tell him like, you got to be there, and then he's like, yeah, and then he's like, was I supposed to be somewhere? Probably not. What's that? A gate open? Let me see.
One detail I liked is, he's trying to find out where these zombies going. You just hear this dog in the distance, so you know the zombies were attracted to this dog barking because they see. First thing when I saw
yeah.
that dog, I was like, they better not fucking kill that dog.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
It's like,
definitely.
no,
yeah,
no.
definitely not.
You know, how they
And
feel
then he
about
kills
horses.
3 zombies there.
Kill all the horses in the
Was
show.
it 3? I thought it might have been even more.
I think there were
Four.
3.
Oh, okay.
He kills one really weird, and I think this is
because
just...
he didn't want... Because he has another gun that nobody knows about.
Oh,
so
is that why?
Yeah, so he's
That's
like shoving
stupid.
it as far into the head of this zombie as he could. And I thought he was
shoot
just
it,
going to
and then
go...
He could all come and see that you killed a zombie.
No, but then they know that he has another gun.
Who gives a fuck? So what I would
He's
say...
going to this meeting that they're going to kick him out because he stole guns.
I think the show wanted to do that because they wanted all that blood to be on his face when he showed
Oh,
up to
that's
the
true,
meeting.
too. And then, I thought he was doing it because he didn't want to fire the gun and he could kill it quietly. But instead, he shoves it way up in the zombie and then pulls the trigger, so it was like muffled, I guess. And then it exploded. Yeah, and then he drags these zombies to the meeting, which has
before
already
that
begun.
happens, Maggie's at the meeting, and this is before she goes to see Gabriel. Like, she's saying, like, "Oh, Rick's a good person." Everyone's saying good things about Rick.
Yeah, Carol, Abraham also
and
do.
then Deanna's play is to talk in full transparency. Gabriel came to me and said, like, "You people are bad. You're bad people." And then not a day later, like, bad stuff started
My
happening.
son's dead or whatever.
Yeah, and so then...
Jesse.
Yeah, and then Maggie says, well, Gabriel's not here, and then she goes, well, neither is Rick, implying that maybe they're both trying to play this game where they're keeping that one person away. That's the feeling.
I don't know. Yeah, because Jesse's like, she's like, so what? Like, Gabriel's not here. Like, you're just saying this on behalf. You know what I mean? Like, but then you're right. Then it starts with the... Now it's a he said, she said sort of scenario.
Yeah, so everyone's talking, it's going on, there's a fire, and then, boom, Rick just shows up with a zombie. He
Yes.
looks insane.
Yeah. And he's like, I didn't bring this here to show you. It's like, but you did bring it here to show them. And then he says, even though I don't know why anyone would have actually believed him at this point, but
they
he's
would
like,
not have.
I didn't bring it in. It was already in here.
He's
Like,
crazy.
yeah,
Like,
okay.
he just
No
brought
wonder
it
you
in.
would take it so long to get here. You
Right.
had to go out and grab a
Yeah,
zombie.
exactly. He was
But
not believable. No way.
so then this is going on, and people are like, "Oh my god, I can't believe it's happening!" And then, what's his name? Pete shows up wasted again, or maybe he's just really weird. I don't know. If
My
he's
theory
even drunk.
is that he's completely...
He's just totally nuts.
I think he's nuts, but this is what it could be. He's such a raging alcoholic that after he came out, he just found alcohol, started drinking, and went there. Or he hasn't had a drink in a while, so he's going through, like, withdrawals.
He's reverse drunk.
Yes. He's like, I need a drink, I don't feel normal. And so he's gone crazy.
So he just grabs Michonne's sword,
Yeah.
and then he's like showing up all stumbling into the meeting, and he's like, he's a liar. I don't even know what he was saying. He's mumbling incoherently, and then it's like they all walk Reg. This guy does not look like a Reg. First of all,
Which, remember at the beginning of the show, the first scene with Reg?
I
Boss
said he was
asked
gonna
me,
die.
"Oh yeah, who's gonna kill him?" And my prediction was Sasha.
kill Reg. Who's gonna kill Reg?
Yeah. I said, who do you think's gonna
So
kill
he
this guy this
He
episode?
called that Reg was gonna die.
That's awesome. Yeah, and I was like, this is stupid. Don't go up there. I was like, someone's gonna get accidentally hurt.
Well, that's the
now
thing. They're
with
just-
the sword. It's so obvious. And then Reg is like this, and the guy's like, no, and he's like lifting up the sword, like, and it's being pushed against him, so that when he like moves in a different direction, the blade just slices against Reg's throat, and then he's and then Deanna's,
What was the?
no! Oh god!
Because remember, they're
So
stupid. They're stupid.
Oh, they are stupid.
Remember, there was a line early on. It's like,
You're not ready.
no, only children like stories or something like that. It was the same with Abraham, and they were just. I think when they were first seeing Rick, it was like, we tell them whatever you want. That's what I've been doing the whole time here. Carol was saying, like, tell them
yes.
whatever story they want.
Yeah, they're children, Carol
Yeah.
says.
And
Yeah.
children love stories.
Yeah, you're right.
And so I think Reg just has no knowledge. You know, if the guy has a sword, he's acting weird. Best not to approach with neck open.
Yeah, I know Pete.
Yeah, I can. Talk
He's a
to him.
member of the community.
Yeah.
And
Pete
then, like,
surgeons him.
he is a-
Scalpel.
He killed him with surgical precision.
3 cc's of death.
And right before Pete shows up, Rick's like, "You're not ready.
Mm-hmm.
You're not ready. That's why I'm here now. You know what I mean? Because you're not ready, and you need to be ready now." And then Pete shows up, kills Reg, and then he dies in Deanna's arms, and she just goes, "Do it." Now she's ready.
Do it.
And then and then Rick just obeys. I think just because he's like, finally, I get to kill this guy,
Well, here's a funny
and he
thing.
just blasts him.
You don't see him getting killed.
Yeah.
He just shoots.
That'd be funny if he missed.
For all we know,
he shoots the wrong
Abraham
guy.
was shot in the head.
Or he shoots Deanna.
No, that would have been screaming. That would have been hilarious.
No, like next season, like that's the opening twist. Like,
Or he might have
still
shot.
alive.
He
That'd
might
be
have
awesome.
shot. He might have shot like right next to him. Like you see like a bullet hole next to his head, or like in between his legs.
yeah. So
like
for
on
right
the ground.
now, it's not positive that he's
That's
dead.
true. But then Morgan comes up right after that shot is fired, and he's like, "Rick, so judging, so judgmental."
Because remember, he said, "All life is precious."
Yeah, but like Morgan doesn't get to judge because the last time Rick saw Morgan,
Yes.
Morgan was a homicidal maniac.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So I don't know, Morgan.
I think you have to
Mr.
give Rick a
Perfect.
pass on this one.
Yeah, I
Well,
would think so.
Unless in the next season
Since
when
he
it
sort of
starts,
saved you from your psychosis.
yeah. Unless when it starts, he's like Rick, and then Rick's just like Morgan, and then they just start making out.
And he's like, it's okay.
Yeah. He's like, yeah. Or he's just like,
Yeah,
Rick.
high five.
He
Power
just
high
goes,
five.
Rick, do it again. Slower this time.
And he like holds his hands with his. They hold hands, and
Yeah.
they.
Oh, they pull the trigger
Rick's-
together?
Yes, Rick's still holding the guns, and they're just looking in each other's eyes. They pull the
Oh, no,
trigger
or-
multiple
Morgan-
times.
The sensual dance.
Ooh, yeah, just rubbing.
And right before they start, Morgan's just like,
Everyone's
remember,
horrified.
And you
all
hear like
life
an
is
80s
precious.
love song
Yeah.
start.
He's like, all life is precious.
Where is the sun?
You're hilarious.
Tempted by the fruit of the night. That'd be awesome singing.
Did you ever know that you're my Morgan? Dun, dun, dun.
And then there's a montage to the song that the wolf people are playing when they reset this trap. Oh, but before that even...
Yeah, you have to. If obviously you watch the episode, but everything we're talking about,
Yeah, we're jumping around a
a
little
lot
bit,
of
but
the things that
you know.
happen, this is all part of this vast montage with
Yeah.
Glenn and the wolves and all
you
these
see
people.
the wolves, they obviously lived, escaped the car that Morgan put them in, and they have the guy in the red
red
jacket.
poncho, yeah.
And they're like, oh, you know, stay still or whatever, stay still. And they slit his throat, and then they say, you're home. And then they're like,
See, what I
oh, it's
liked
going to take
about that-
longer to reset now because they have to get all the zombies back into these
Yeah.
trucks and reset the trap.
What I liked about that is, like, as we were watching it, as it kept cutting back, you know, they said, we got to reset the trap. Then they cut away, and me and Boss were like, how are they going to reset that trap? So
Yeah.
we were talking like, oh, do they drag him in there? How do they do
I
it?
had no idea.
And then next scene, you see they hit a button, and just techno music
Yeah,
starts playing.
that's a good idea.
And I was like,
That's a good
oh,
idea.
okay.
And then
Oxnard
he's
thought-
examining those pictures we were talking
what did
about
I
earlier.
think?
Oxnard thought that they just had all living people they just trapped in there, and then they became zombies.
I thought it was a one-time trap.
Which I was like, oh, that makes sense.
that
how
you
they
couldn't
did that.
reset. And what they did is maybe the wolves that captured a bunch of people threw them in there, and then the last thing they put in there is a zombie, and they close it, and, and they did that for all these things, and then they set the trap.
I feel like all those people would be able to take the zombie out, though.
That's true.
Now, if you
One
tie them up
zombie.
and stuff,
Yeah, if you tie them up, that's a different story.
or cripple them, I don't know.
Hobble
I went into a
them.
very psychotic analysis. How would I do this?
I like the flowers that Abraham brings, by the way. I was like, what
They're
are these
all
shit? It's just baby's breath.
Here's your baby's breath.
No, it's baby's breath in an old beer can. I brought this for you.
Eugene.
I need many beers to get drunk.
That's basically all my
that's
notes.
pretty much
Oh, is Tara going to be a vegetable? Because
Well,
they
no,
don't...
at the end, they show her waking up. And
Yeah,
remember,
but that doesn't mean she can speak or move.
well, she
It'd
wakes.
just be funny if she wakes up, she's like... Or she only says like one word like a Pokemon, like Tara! 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 Tara!
That
I don't
might
know, she
happen.
sounds like the guy from B-52s now. Tara!
Did Oxnard say
Tara!
what he thought about the episode?
Oh, no, yeah, we didn't ask
you think?
selfishly. So,
Oh no, because it's basically what you thought. There was a great
You agreed?
episode, but for a finale,
Garbage?
not garbage.
No, garbage.
like-
That's French.
Okay, finale.
For trash.
You wanted more wolf stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we wanted something
I feel like
bigger.
so far it just seems like the wolves are two dudes.
Exactly. Yeah.
What if it
And they
is?
recalled an 8th grade history lesson.
And it's the ridiculous thing.
The tribes around here.
The ridiculous thing to me is that all along we get the W hints everywhere, and it says wolves. It's like, okay, obviously there's wolf people around.
I thought I meant Washington.
And
I forgot about that graffiti.
I was
that said
just
West.
going to say, after Bus Point, I thought that Oxnard's idea, his
yeah.
hypothesis, would have been way better. I liked that idea a lot.
I know. What?
And then it's like, it turns out like there's warring factions and stuff, like based in like local. That would have been awesome. Instead, it's two guys with an unloaded gun and
but
a lot
my
of time to put zombies in a truck, hoping that people would stumble across it and then head for the car. It's so specific.
And then in the even in the trap in the trailers, you see those zombies with just the head and the torso on hooks. I would have liked an explanation for that. Why they're cutting off the limbs.
No, but my point is
sorry,
like
boss.
they're suggesting, there's these W people everywhere, right? And then it's not like they just show us two idiots at the last episode. It's not like this huge, amazing reveal. We knew there were some people out there.
I was hoping for like a
You're
Mad
just-
Max
you're
type
just-
organization.
Yeah, that's what I want.
You know what I mean?
you just show us a couple guys. It's
Yeah.
not like even telling us anything because we knew there were at least
They just left us with the idea that they're going to try and find their way there.
We got nothing in the finale.
Well, who
We got
knows
nothing.
what else was in that pack? Not just pictures. Maybe there's
Applesauce.
maybe there's a map.
Applesauce was in there.
Applesauce. There
Just
might be
fed
other
them.
information. They might get there quicker than you think.
It's only.
I
50
doubt
minutes.
it.
But yeah, odds are it's going to be mid-season
Yeah,
finale.
right. Get there. That's wishful thinking. Get there
Oh,
quicker than you
season
think.
7.
10 episodes into it, you see two guys standing outside the gates, and then 3 episodes after that, they actually try and get in.
Right,
You
yeah.
see them again.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Rick has made an entire quilt.
No, you know what it's going to be?
I quilt now.
This is the beginning of the first episode next season. It's a shot of
It's a shot.
of
Zombie.
50 wolf guys outside the gates of Alexandria.
Just howling.
And it's like a panning shot of them.
Is that what you
and
want
They all
to
got
happen?
their weapons. Hold on. They all got their weapons out, ready to storm the place.
I know what he's going to say.
And then it says 11 episodes earlier.
Oh, yeah.
11 episodes.
Yeah,
Yes.
11 months.
No, you cut 11 episodes.
Yeah, that's what happens at the end of the
11
season.
boring episodes.
They
Yeah.
tell you how many boring episodes there is until something interesting might happen.
Right.
That's
Or
a
you
whole
see
move.
like Rick's flaming head on a pike outside Alexandria. It's like 3 seasons earlier.
Exactly.
He's
yeah.
like cooking eggs. I love being alive.
Such
I could
asshole.
live here forever. Yay!
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
It's so pathetic. I don't fucking get it.
All right.
Well, I am.
Hope you enjoyed 16 episodes of us
Wow,
talking
I
about
can't
this.
believe
Yeah.
it was 16 episodes.
I
I
don't
don't
think
even
we're
care.
just-
I'm like,
I don't think we're discussing this next season. Sorry.
well, we'll try.
We could always make it 20 minutes.
No, we really can't.
No, we go on
can't
too
not
much.
talk for 20 minutes.
It's always like an hour.
I know.
It's all going to be the same thing. We're just going to be ripping on this horse shit.
It might be good. Might change.
Well, watch it. I'm gonna watch it anyway, probably. But
What else is on a Sunday? It's nothing.
Probably
nothing. Yeah. Well, now, no. Watch. See now, Better Call Saul is wrapping up, but then Mad Men is coming back. Final episodes. Game of Thrones is about to start.
1776.
I never watched
Benedict
that show.
Arnold. Hero. Traitor. Whatever that's.
George Washington, leader,
Homophobe.
disenchanted, homophobe, toothless.
Wooden.
Well,
I like how Rick's bandages are always stuck in his face.
yeah. And why are there so many tiny little ones next to each
Had a
other?
bunch of little scrapes. Scratches.
He looks like Mickey Rourke in Sin City.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool.
It'd be funny. It was just clips every time they show a shot of Rick.
Yeah,
It's just a clip
it
of
would
that
be
movie.
cool if they had a good
kill a man if you
character
don't know
in this
why.
show.
Yeah. When Rick's not being boring, he's being like over the top ridiculous. It's like it's just either the two. Me?
All right.
You need to wake up.
All right.
I'm boring now.
Hypothetical for you guys.
Okay.
Either you.
All we deal is hypotheticals.
Either of you can go first. Doesn't matter. What if you could make up a character for this show? What would he be? Tell me about him or her.
Oh, man.
I know what I would do. Want me to go first?
That's why he's asking the question. God, yes, boss.
All right. So
What is it?
I know we've had evil guys like the governor, but he wasn't the kind of evil I want to see. I want to see some guy who he plays. I think I mentioned this a little bit before, but I want there to be a guy in the group who's like a great guy, goes along with everything like everybody else does, but secretly
Rapist.
secretly he just flays people once in a while.
Just once in a while.
Yeah.
Exactly. It should be like
he's
exactly
a
every 90 days.
Crazy, yes.
He has to do it.
Something like that.
Otherwise, the demons will wake up.
Exactly.
And then everything will get even worse. He didn't flay somebody. That's what caused the apocalypse.
That's
in
what
his
they
mind.
need. They need some kind of crazy serial killer guy.
Almost like a
be
cabin
cool.
in the woods thing. I think there should be like an engineer, right, who makes like insane, like almost steampunk-like devices, right? They're like crazy killing machines or like Gundams, you know? But
What's a Gundam?
It's a Japanese anime thing, so it's like
Japanese
a big
robot.
It's like a big robot suit that you get in.
Like
then-
Mecha Warrior.
Yeah. Like a Voltron, but it's like like
No,
like
Mech
Pacific
Warrior.
Rim, only that's not that big.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't know, plumber
A plumber?
like Zeke the
Rockstar.
plumber from Salute Your Shorts.
or Mario.
He was scary, Zeke the plumber.
I don't know. I can't.
What
really...
about a British villain called the Chancellor? And he
I'd throw,
he's just trying to find the most delicious treats. He's a big fat guy, glutton.
I put
And
in
he'll
like
do
a
anything
really
to find the
dumb,
finest caviar still around.
really dumb boxer guy. He's really good, but you kind of have to like tell him what to do because otherwise he's just kind of like doing his own thing.
He's a little punch
but he's
drunk.
like really big and strong, something like that.
Okay.
Is he like totally stupid? Like, is it like
He's got a lot of head
giant, like a
trauma.
Lenny and George scenario? Like a giant, but
Sure.
but a super strong but stupid guy, and the tiny, tough talking, you know,
Joe Pesci type.
Yeah,
next to
yeah,
him?
yeah.
Sure. I don't
Nice,
know. You
I
put me
like
on the
it.
spot. I can't think of it.
All right, listeners. So leave a comment. Tell us your Walking Dead character idea. That would obviously be better than anything we've seen.
And
in
then
the show
next
so
year
far.
we'll look at
No,
them.
probably won't. Probably won't.
Well,
look
maybe
at
we'll
it,
do a follow-up
but, you know,
video.
Maybe
That's what we
yeah.
did last season.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll talk about it in How Do and get you to transition over to our other content.
There you go. And we've got to do another how do. It's been a while.
Yeah. It's been too long.
And Boss has been making pear whiskey and pear rum. It's almost ready.
So he says the next time we do how do, he's going to bring that over.
The due date's Easter.
So prepare.
Yeah.
So he's gonna poison us.
Boss's own brand.
Now, how are you going to test like arsenic levels?
Boscahol. Oh, it's got lots of arsenic.
Okay.
So
It's-
don't.
What else?
You
would
won't
go
be
in a
let
pear
down.
Whiskey.
But he's been growing an immunity to it, so he'll be fine.
Okay.
A little drop every day.
That's my secret.
That's how it slowly build up, and you move on to 2 drops.
Who did you wish would have died?
Oh, I'll make a list. So let me go first. The priest, Sasha,
Okay.
Glenn,
Glenn.
the guy who hates Glenn, counts the
Why
what
the
is
guy
it?
who hates Glenn last?
Congressman lady.
after
I'm not done.
Deanna.
Yeah, Deanna.
Did you want Rex
Tara.
to die?
Tara.
So they could stop worrying about her. I think that would have been good.
So,
I just want Eugene and Abraham
So
left
just-
to go on an adventure.
Just 6 people.
6 people.
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, what? Wait. Oh, hold on, Carl.
Carl.
The baby could stay alive.
Oh, that's nice.
We'll put her on the back of
No one's
Abraham.
left to take care of it. Oh, yeah. Abraham just constantly walks around with the baby in like one hand.
The other
Baby in one hand, beer in another.
the other tweens,
I'm
in
Abraham.
the town, they could die
Gun
too.
in his mouth. Why did you have the guy who tried to kill Glenn die after Glenn? You like him better than Glenn?
Oh no, I just
No, is that
there
was
was no
was
particular order.
Oh,
It was
okay.
just they should all be dead.
All right.
I was Priest was my number one.
Oh,
there.
definitely. Oh
Because
yeah.
I just
killed
that guy is
Priest.
so
'Cause
fucking annoying.
why has he even been in this show? It doesn't make any sense.
He's all over the map.
Oh, I don't
Which is
understand
it?
why we need
Which
him.
is it? What do you hate yourself? He's just
Like,
did he really believe that lie he was saying?
I don't understand
think
the
he
purpose.
did.
I would have initially I thought he was some kind of psychopath and he was going to turn into my serial killer, but that didn't happen.
Well,
Yeah.
when we saw him, he wouldn't shut up about and stop moping around about what he did to the people by getting them all killed because he wouldn't let them in. Then you see him, and all he does is moping around and being weird because he's like, these people don't deserve this because of the things they've done.
He should have been killed right away because he didn't answer the 3 questions right.
Yeah, that was weird that they even forgot
Yeah,
that.
he should have just been shot
Same
immediately.
thing with the Aaron. Like they
gotta
forgot
go
the
by
3,
protocol.
They forgot the 3 questions with Aaron. How do you forget that? That's like the one
yeah.
rule that you've
That's like
had
their thing.
enacted.
No,
Yeah,
they
I
were
don't know.
tired and hungry and thirsty.
Oh, give me a break. That's that.
Rick wanted to punch somebody.
Hope you enjoyed
That's what happened to the
everything
3
we've
questions.
said.
Yeah.
I'm Oxnard.
I'm Dexter.
I'm Boss. Tell all your friends
Stay
that we're the best.
tuned for Better Call Saul.
Yeah.
And coming soon, episodes of Game of Thrones.
All right, bye.